Three, 6, 9. Give me one more time. Get low. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the wall, to the wall, to the sweat drop down my balls. Oh, these bitches growl. Ah, ski, 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 ski. Ah, ski, ski. Goddamn. I think I skipped to the wrong verse, but anyway, I feel a little hyper, and I think that might be because I had some cookies for breakfast. Making poor health choices. My breakfast this morning consisted of some pretzels, some like mini pretzels and mini chocolate chip cookies. I guess I'm just feeling the little things today. It really is all about the little things. And we don't even realize it. Like, they add up. Every little drop of water that enters the cup adds a little bit of volume to it. And that's why it's important to shut off your tap all the way. And shut off the tap while you're brushing your teeth. And shut off the tap while you're scrubbing your hands. Like, don't waste the water if you're not using it. That's also another thing that they ingrained in me low-key in elementary school. I'm just jumping right into it, but let me finish what I'm rambling about. So I think it was last episode, or maybe a couple episodes ago. It was a couple episodes ago. I talked about how in elementary school I had a day in health class that really shook me, woke me up. Like, we put our hands in some dirt. We wiped the dirt off our hands so they didn't look visibly dirty. Put them under black light so we could see how dirty our hands were, and then we would test how good our hand washing skills were by washing them with soap and water. And so I did that, and I put my hands underneath the black light again, and they were still dirty. And I was like, oh my God, that is gross. I just spent all this time washing my hands and I didn't even wash them correctly. So that woke me up. But another thing that was like ingrained in me, or kind of like woke me up a little bit, is like how every little drop of water is like, it's something. Like, don't waste the water. Like, if you don't need the water running, if you're not like using the water in that moment, just turn it off. Like, if you are waiting for the water to get cold, okay, sure, fine, whatever, that's fine, I guess. But say like you're brushing your teeth, you don't need the water running the whole 2 minutes that you're brushing your teeth, or however long you brush your teeth for, more or less time. That's up to you. Who am I? I'm not a dentist, but I think, isn't it like 2 minutes that you're supposed to spend brushing your teeth and your gums and your tongue and stuff? Also, that's another thing. Brush your tongue, please. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to brush your tongue. Your tongue is literally the muscle that pushes the food down your esophagus. So, brush it. Cleanse your palate. Do you not want to cleanse your palate? I don't know. That's just me. But if you needed that little gentle reminder, you don't have to get a tongue scraper. You can just brush your tongue with your toothbrush. That'll work too. And like, yeah, mouthwash is cool, great, awesome, but like, that's like rinsing a plate versus actually scrubbing it clean with a sponge or a towel or paper towel, whatever tool you use to clean your dishes. You want to clean your tongue too. So, yeah. But yeah, turn off your water while you're brushing your teeth and while you're scrubbing the soap into your hands to get them clean. You don't need the water running that whole time. And it may not seem like anything, but it is something for sure. And I feel like that's something that definitely gets overlooked quite a bit. And I don't know, it's just always been one of those things that has bothered me. Like, it's something that my mom does pretty frequently. Like, she'll fill up a pot with water, but instead of turning off the water when she has a sufficient amount of water in the pot and bringing the pot to the stove, she'll leave the water running and just bring the pot to the stove. And I'm like, girl, shut the water off. He's like, no, I still need it. Okay, but you can turn off the water while you can turn off the water before you go and put the pot on the stove and then turn it back on when you need it again, because hello, you're wasting running water. And I know it's definitely a luxury. There are so many people out there who don't even have like running water in their homes. There are people that don't even have homes to have running water in. So, just it really is the little things. Got to be grateful for everything that you have, even if it's not what you would like even if you're not living the lifestyle you dreamed of. That's okay. You can still get there. There's still time, but still be grateful for where you are in your present moment. And I think that's important too. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with the intro, shall we? Hello, 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 and welcome to Kaylin's Korner. I'm your host, Kaylin, and this is my corner of the internet where I talk about anything and everything that comes to mind. Thank you for joining me, and I hope this finds you well. And if not, just be grateful that you're here. It can be hard sometimes because, like I said, we're not always where we want to be, but it takes steps to get to where you want to be, baby steps. That's okay, slow and steady. Progress is progress. Like, it's okay. It's okay to be where you are right now. One day you'll look back and you'll be grateful that you were in the circumstances that you're in now because it taught you something, or it helped to lead you to where you end up later on in the future. So, and if you're not happy with your circumstances, there's always something you can do to change it. Not everything is in your power. Not everything is in your control. And that's okay. That's how the world is. But there are always some things that you can control. So take a moment to step back, look at the bigger picture, and see what is in your direct control and how you can change that for the better, for how you want things to be. Even if it's a little change. Like getting up and stretching when you get out of bed. Stretching is important. That's so funny. I actually saw a TikTok talking about this the other day. It really is the little things that are the heartbeat of our everyday lives. Stretching only takes a couple minutes and it's easy to overlook, but if you don't stretch, your body gets all cramped up faster or more easily, and it can be just a little detrimental in the long run. I don't know about you, but I don't like getting cramps. It's not a fun time, and I frequently get them in my legs, which I think just goes to show that I need to stretch my legs a little bit more. But that's something for me to work on. Don't worry about that, babe, but it's okay. But still, it's important to stretch before you're doing physical activity, or just when you wake up, go about your day. And I think it's kind of funny that it's something that I personally overlook because I see my pets do it so often. My pets being my cat and my dog. Every time my cat wakes up from her slumber, whether she's sleeping all sprawled out on my bed or she's curled up into a little cozy ball, she always stretches before she makes her moves to do whatever it is that she wants to do next. And it's not same thing with my dog. My dog will actually get up and run around a little bit before he stretches, but before we go for walks, I'll ask him do you want to go outside? Do you want to go for a walk? And then he starts to get excited, and when I start to make movements towards his leash or something, he'll stop and he'll stretch his little body, and then he'll run towards me to put his harness on. And I think that's so cute, but it also kind of serves as a reminder that I probably should do the same thing and stretch, because it's It's good for your body, you know? Got to keep your muscles, I don't want to say intact, but yeah, got to keep your, I don't know, keep your muscles intact, keep your muscles in shape. Don't want to strain them and end up with a cramp later because, baby, that shit's not fun. Shit's not a fun time. Not to me, anyway. But you live and you learn. That's what we're here for. All things good and bad, if that's how you see it, are little lessons for us. And yeah. I was just rambling, just rambling. And originally, when I started recording and I was like singing, it was meant to be like a little test. Like, I was supposed to stop and then go back and listen to see what I could hear in the background, but whatever. Whatever ends up in the recording ends up in the recording. It's kind of out of my control anyway. And I'm trying to accept that because when it comes to me and recording podcast episodes, excuse me, I always want it to be like the perfect like circumstance, like no noise, no background noise, just me yapping fluently in silence. And that's not really how it ends up going anyway, because there are times where I pause because I'm trying to think of a word, or I just don't know what to say next, or there was like a sound or something that distracted me from my train of thought and I forgot what I was even talking about. But it's kind of, it's true, it's me, that's kind of just how things end up going. Like I said earlier, there are things in my control, like the words that I choose to say or where I choose to sit and record, whether it's like inside, outside, whatever. um but then there are just things that happened all around me that I can't control, and I kind of just have to go with the flow and go with it. Get with it or get out. Change is the only thing that's constant in this world, so you kind of have to grow with it and accustom yourself to those changes. But just because things are changing doesn't mean they're changing for the good of all, or just for the good in general. So it is important to stay aware and not just like conform to the new normities. It's okay to question the changes, but you gotta, I don't know, where am I going with this anyway? It's okay to question the changes. Like, you don't have to just outright conform to every little change that is thrown your way, but it is good to take it into consideration. Like, is it really a good change? Like, is this, maybe it's not benefiting me personally, but is it really benefiting like a whole lot of other people? I don't know. Because you can't just like blindly agree to everything. I mean, you can, but that doesn't mean that you should. That doesn't mean that it's good either. So, it's good to be a little aware while also being accepting and, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't want to say thoughtful because that doesn't necessarily feel like the right word, but like, you can be thoughtful of how things are affecting others as well. But that's not the word that I want to use. I honestly don't know what word I want to use, though, now that I'm thinking about it a little more. I kind of just feel like I'm yapping. I'm kind of just yapping. But it's okay. That's cool. That's great. That's fine. That's fun. We love to see it. Just a little yap. Just a little yap. Love is a strong word, though, and so is hate. They're not words that I like to use very loosely. Like, I won't tell you that I love you if I don't really love you. I've had people say, like, I love you to me before, and I kind of just stood there with a smile on my face. Hee hee ha ha. That's cute. I'm afraid I don't reciprocate that energy, but I just didn't know what to say. I couldn't say it back because I didn't necessarily feel that way in that moment. But yeah, and like hate, I don't like when I strongly dislike things, I tend to want to go to the word hate. Like I hate this, I hate that. But hate is the strong word. Even though it's only 4 letters. But love is the strong word too, and that's only 4 letters. So, mm, mm, whatever. But anyway, whenever I talk about something that I like dislike, it's like I don't want to say I hate this, but this makes me feel really strongly in a bad way. Type beat like, baby, what? Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't want to say I hate this job, but she's not on my good side right now. We're not really feeling it right now, and that's okay. But yeah, no, those are just not words that I like to throw around so willy nilly. Although I will say, like, I have been using the word love a lot more. Like, we love to see it. I love that for you type type of usage anyway. But I mean, I say it because it's true. I won't say it just like all willy nilly. Like, I love you, I love you, I love you if I don't mean it because it's just not me. It wasn't really something that I said too much aloud anyway, but I would use, I would tend to use the word when describing things that I just like enjoy. Like, I love my cat, I love my dog, I love watching sunsets. I love going to the beach. I love taking pictures. Things like that. But to say it to people, even if they're like friends and family, that's a little personal struggle for me. Just not something that I say too frequently. And I'm sure that says something about me, but I'm just gonna ignore that for right now. And it's okay. It's okay. Ooh, excuse me. Got a little eepy for a moment, or maybe I just got a little bored of what I was talking about. Perhaps just a smidge, just a teeny tiny bit. Yeah, I don't know. I really want to go to the beach. It's been so hot lately, and it's been good beach weather, but I've been stuck inside. Stuck inside working. Ugh. But soon, 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 hopefully. I also really want to go to the beach because I want to fly my kite. I don't know if I've actually spoken about my kite on the podcast, but I'm going to talk about it now. So I bought a kite. Actually, I bought 2 kites. The first kite I brought to the park with me a couple of times to try to fly it, and I don't know if I'm just, well, to be fair, it's been years since I've flown a kite. If I've ever actually flown a kite. I feel like I have flown a kite in my lifetime sometime before, but I'm trying to like recall the memories right in this moment, and I honestly can't think of any. So maybe I've never actually flown a kite before. I honestly don't remember. But anyway, I bought a kite and I brought it to the park with me a couple times, but I wasn't able to get it to catch air really. Oh no, I did talk about this once before. Whatever. It's okay. Um there was one time, it was the very last time I was able to fly this first kite. It caught air for maybe like 20 to 30 seconds, if that. And I was so happy, like it literally brought tears to my eyes because I was like, "Oh my god, I did it." Like it caught a little bit of air, but it wasn't like a very long flight because the wind had just picked up, but then it died down right after. So she went right down to the ground. But then the following time, I went to the park with my kite to try to fly. It was actually a windy day, but I was missing one of the sticks and I was so upset because I usually go like take a walk through the park first and then I'll go down and like fly my kite or try to fly my kite as like the ending to my little journey or whatever. But I decided to go and try to fly my kite first. I was like, it does feel quite windy right now, so might as well take advantage of the wind while I can. I open her up and there's only one stick in the package. I was so devastated. Like, I was so sad. And I even brought my tripod with me and I was recording and I was I couldn't find my kite because I'd only had one stick. It wasn't gonna fly if I didn't have the other stick. And I don't know if I had lost it from the last time I went to the park or if it like had fallen out of the package at home. Either way, it wasn't on my person and I was a little disappointed. But I did end up buying another kite because the day that I had purchased the kite, it was quite windy outside. And so I wanted to fly a kite. I was like, "Oh my god, it seems like the perfect time to fly a kite because of the wind." And I bought the kite, brought it to the park, and I think it was just the area. Maybe the trees were blocking it. Even though I was in the middle of the field, it wasn't all that windy. Like there were little bursts of wind again, but not enough. Or maybe I just wasn't doing it right. I don't know. I had watched a YouTube video or two on how to fly, like the simple little kites, but I don't know, maybe I just wasn't doing it right or the wind wasn't doing me enough justice. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. But I really want to go to the beach and fly my kite because the beaches tend to be pretty windy, right by the ocean, quite breezy. So it just feels like an ideal circumstance. But I won't know until I go. And I haven't been to the beach yet this year. Although, honestly, I don't really go to the beach all too frequently anyway. So it's okay. I'm not like, I don't know. I'm kind of angsty to go and fly my kite, but at the same time, it's like a matter of making time for it. And like, it's like a whole trip. Like, I don't know. Beach days for me, at least growing up, I haven't really had too many beach days with in the last couple of years. Just, with COVID and everything, it changed a lot. And the economy, girl, anyway. Beach days for me growing up, it was like an all day affair. Like, we would cook in the morning to have food to bring with us. Like, we would make sandwiches and have our fruits and chips and juices and waters and all, like, the whole nine. And we would be at the beach all day, like, in and out of the water, yapping, making sand castles, burying each other in the sand. It was a fun time. But I haven't really had a beach day like that in a while. So, but when I think about beach days, that's kind of what I envision. I guess because that's been my experience for a lot of my beach days. Because going to the beach and only being there for like 2, 3, 4 hours doesn't feel like enough. I don't know. Like, I want to go to the beach and enjoy, maybe not peak sun time because baby, that shit's crazy. Cooking, burning. I don't want a sunburn. Please and thank you. Do not let me get a sunburn. Um, but like, at least 6 hours. I don't know. Nothing too crazy. But I'm sure there are people who are like, what the hell are you doing at the beach for 6 hours? Swimming, eating, sleeping, catching some rays, getting a little tan. Maybe fly a kite. And watching the sunset. Like, you you gotta watch the sunset at the beach. Like, why wouldn't you? Why would you go to the beach and not watch the sunset? I mean, I unless you have plans, I guess. Whatever. But it's so fun seeing like the sky change colors and then just the sound of the waves in the background. It's so relaxing. I need to go on a tropical vacation, like ASAP, no Rocky. That's what it's giving right now. And I bring my kite with me. Stop playing with them. Stop playing with them. It's me and my kite versus the world. Me and my kite versus the world, baby. Stop playing with them. I really want to go fly my kite. Somebody take me to the beach to fly my kite, please and thank you. I would love you forever. And I genuinely mean that. Genuinely. But soon, hopefully, gonna put it out into the universe. Gonna go to the beach. Let's go to the beach each. Anyway, um, yeah. I just need some fun in the sun. I need a little vacation, a little time away to experience some new things. Fun fact about me, I have never flown on like a big plane before. I've only been on the small, like, I don't say private planes because I don't know if that's really the case, but like the small passenger planes, like to go from Cape Cod to Nantucket. That's the only time I've been on a plane, baby. And it's a really short ride. I wasn't, and it was when I was really young too. Like, I mm, had to be younger than 10. Had to be younger than 10. Or somewhere around there. I don't know. But I was young. I was just a little girl. Just a little girl on a little plane. Nothing crazy. Ooh, excuse me. But I have never been on like those big planes that go across the country or to other countries. So that'll be a first time for me. Someday, eventually, ah, eventually, ah. But yeah, no, like a little tropical vacation. Where exactly? Not sure. We'll have to see what the future has in store. Not gonna, not gonna say anything because I really don't know. It's just kind of something that I'm thinking about now. I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun. But in this economy is a little crazy. And oh gee, the politics too. The politics goes a little crazy too. Excuse me. Woo. Uh, it goes crazy. It is a little sad too. I don't know. I say a little sad because I'm thinking about that Trump rally where he was shot at and he turned his head and the bullet went through his ear and it killed someone behind him, unfortunately. Like, RIP. That's so sad. And there was part of me that wished it was like fake so bad because I think it was honestly the video that I saw. I don't even remember where I saw the video from. I think it was on Twitter actually. Most likely, to be honest, because I feel like that's where I see like a lot of those kinds of videos. But anyway, um where like it was like the moments right before he was like yapping and then when he turned his head and it happened, but the way that he went down and like, had all those people huddled around him, it felt like a WWE scene. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But the way that he went down and he came back up and he had the blood on his ear and he put his fist up like it did not feel real. It did not feel real, like it felt staged, but then found out that someone died and I was like, "Oh wow. No, this is real life. Like that was not on my bingo card. That was not on my bingo card. There are a lot of things that have happened this year that were not on my bingo card, but that's besides the point. I like still a little flabbergasted. Consider my flabbergasted because really, that's crazy. Like, was it his instinct to turn? I don't know. I don't know. But that's. And then I also heard that Biden tested positive for COVID. What the hell? And I was just talking about this a couple episodes ago. Not like that scenario specifically, but I was wondering, or I don't know if it was on here or if it was on just like me rambling in a Snapchat video or something. Anyway, it might have been a Snapchat video, but I was wondering like how prominent COVID still is now because I don't know about anyone else, but I personally don't really see people walking around with masks on. Like every now and then I'll see a person or two with a mask on, but I assume it's because they're sick and it's just like a good practice. Like if I were to get sick, I would wear a mask because I don't want to spread my germs to anyone else, you know? Like yeah, I'll cough and sneeze into my elbow or shirt or whatever, but I don't know, knowing that masks can help prevent the spread of sicknesses and whatnot, I just feel a little more comfortable keeping my germs to myself in that way. So if I can, well, not if I can, if I'm sick, then I will. But, otherwise, like it's a good preventative thing, sure, but, or it can be a good preventative thing, sure, but I think I'm okay otherwise. But I was thinking about this to myself, like how prominent is COVID now still? Like is hold on, I'm trying to put the words together. Like has there have enough people globally contracted COVID to the point where it's like well, they already had it once, so they kind of have like a little bit of immunity towards it. And if they do catch it again, they'll like be fine and it's okay. Or are there still like a large number of people who didn't catch it when it was running rampant and are getting sick from it now and like, passing away or being mm, hospitalized and sick and whatnot? Are the numbers still high? Honestly, it was like it was kind of like a passing thought for me. It wasn't something that I delved into or thought about much past that moment, but it wasn't until I heard that Biden tested positive for COVID that um I thought about it again. So I don't know. Politics is kind of crazy. We have these two old guys running to be the president. And honestly, this might be a hot take, but maybe not really. I think there should be an age cap on like political positions. You can call me ageist if you want, but I just feel like at a certain point, like you gotta be cut off. Like the same way that the bartender is like, all right, you've had enough drinks. We gotta be like, all right, you been in politics for a little bit too long. I think your views are a little outdated. I don't think you're going to live to see the policies that you're putting in place right now, so it doesn't like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking nonsense, but maybe you agree with me. I don't know. But I just feel like there should be an age cap. Like, because you have to be, what, 35 to run? So you're telling me double that and you can still run? I mean, okay, that's getting a little loud. Okay, whatever, it's fine. But, like, Come on, come on, come on. I don't know. I don't know. It don't sit right with me, baby. And this background noise right now is kind of bothering me. I don't know how well it's being picked up. You can probably hear it in the background, and I'm sorry if you do. I do have the noise canceling on, but it can only do so much. Oh, excuse me. Silent burps bother me. I've definitely said that in a previous episode before, but every time that I have one, it's like, just let the noise out, baby. I think the noise that I the noises that I make when I burp kind of satisfy like the burp. I don't know. Maybe it's because growing up like in cartoons and whatnot, you would hear like when the characters burp, they would make like a loud belching noise, a loud burping sound, and it was kind of funny, kind of goofy, but also in a way kind of satisfying because it's like, yeah, it that's what a burp sounds like. Or maybe I've been conditioned to feel like that's what a burp sounds like. Burps can be silent too, and that's okay. There are actually a lot of scenarios in which silent burps are preferable, at least to me. But I don't know. There are other times where, even though, like, you would think I'm recording a podcast episode right now, why would you want to have a noisy burp? I don't know. I don't know. Because it's a little silly, a little goofy, a little hee hee ha ha. I don't know, baby. Um, I don't even know what the point of me rambling about burping noises was. I don't think there really was a point. I think I was legitimately just rambling about it. But it's true. I don't know. There's something about the sound escaping with the burp that feels a little more satisfactory as opposed to a silent burp. Does anyone else feel that way? Is it just me? I don't know. You tell me. You let me know. However you want to let me know. Through a tweet, through a DM, whatever the case may be. I would love to hear your thoughts. Uh, excuse me. Clearly getting a little bored of my own yapping. Womp, womp, womp. Womp, womp, womp. Womp, womp, womp. I don't have anything specific I really want to yap about right now. I. Oh, jeez Louise. Not for real. I need a hero. Um. Oh, that's crazy. Sorry. I opened up Twitter for a moment, and there's a screenshot on my timeline that reads as follows: Mom, what day can I get my second nose piercing? This is serious. And the mom responded, I think it's Layla. Nothing you text me is serious. It's just a broke child begging all the time. Damn! Broke child begging is crazy. But I mean, I guess they're not wrong. I don't know the circumstances, but yeah, though, my body is tired of me talking about random nonsense. Random nonsense. Yeah. I don't even know what the hell that was. Goodness. I'm just yapping. And I was on a good roll for the beginning of this episode, but then I don't know, things got a little political and suddenly I don't know what to talk about after. Like, how do you go? What do you start yapping about after you're yapping about politics? I don't know. And it wasn't even like a real, like, in depth yap either. It was kind of just me giving a little sprinkle of my opinion. Just a little sprinkle. Here's a sprinkle of my opinion. That's what my podcast is. A little sprinkle of my opinion and a little sprinkle of the things that I do in my day to day life, in my experience. And sometimes it feels like me sharing my experiences is a little insignificant, but I do know that everyone's experience is unique. And again, I feel like I have talked about this, or touched on this at least, before in a previous episode, but two people can experience the same thing, but their POVs are going to be different. And I feel like saying it aloud, it's like, oh, well, yeah, duh, but also I feel like that's something that's easy to overlook. Like, two people can live in the same house and have two totally different experiences. Or two children can be in the same classroom and have two totally different experiences. Why? Just because everyone is a little bit different, I think. Like, I don't know, we process things differently because of what we've experienced prior to that. Everything is really about the experience. You're just gaining XP while you're here. If you think about it, like, people know things through experience, whether it's experiencing a book, experiencing it in person in real time, or hearing about the experience of another. That's another way that people learn. That's really a big way that a lot of us learn, because if you think about, like, history, for example, we didn't experience all that history, but we read and learned about it, hopefully, in somebody's perspective. It wasn't ours. It was like a collective experience, or even some personal experiences, because some people keep journals and things, and those will get published, and we get to read it and experience it in our own way, but through their writing. Does that make sense? I feel like I said something, but well, obviously I did say something, but, like, I don't know if that was really articulated well. I hope it was, because it made sense in my brain, but not everyone can pick up what I'm putting down. That's what I like to say. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I hope so, because I mean, I can explain it another way, but I just don't know how to in this moment, because I can't get any feedback. So, if I need to expand, just let me know, and I will. If I want to, I will. If I want to, I will. But I do think it's like, I don't know, it's very interesting, because, again, like with history, for example, the perspectives are not ours. They're kind of like the perspectives of the authors of, like, the history books and whatnot. So how accurate are they really? How biased or unbiased are they really? These are some of the, just some excuse me. These are just some of the things that I think about sometimes because the way that we learn about like world, goodness, jumbling over my words. Sorry. The way that we learn about World War II here in like the United States, for example, could be different from the way that I don't know, like Canada talks about World War II because their perspective is different anyway. First of all, they're a totally different country. Just because they're right above us doesn't mean that they have like the same point of view. It's different. It's different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. But I feel like that's so easy to overlook. I feel like it's so easy to overlook. I don't know. At least to me, in my opinion. I feel like I can think about a lot of things. I don't want to say intricately because I feel like that sounds a little too. Well, actually, let's do a little word of the day, huh? Let's look up the word intricate. But let me finish my statement before I read off the definition because I know I'm gonna like spring out into a different kind of la la land. I feel like I can think. Oh, excuse me. My body's like, shut up and read the definition. I feel like I can think about things intricately or even deeply, like maybe even a little too deep. I do consider myself to be a little bit of an overthinker, but that's besides. Well, no, that actually kind of is the point. Like thinking about the different perspectives and things, excuse me, that different people have for the same instance, the same experience. Well, it's not really the same experience, but in a way, for like the same I don't want to say notion. That kind of feels like a good word to use, but I don't know. Maybe just the same experience, but different perspectives. What was I even talking about? Oh, that I think a little bit too deeply. Yeah, you see, sometimes I think a little so, a little so. Sometimes I think a little. What am I trying to say? Sometimes I think so deep that I lose the focus on the statement I was trying to make originally anyway. So, yeah, and I think me rambling these last like 10 minutes is a quite the example of that. But anyway, let's move on to the word of the day, which I'm declaring is the word intricate. It is an adjective, very complicated or detailed, an intricate network of canals. Similar, complex, complicated, convoluted. Hmm. Whoa, what is this word? I like to go, like when I, sorry, when I look at definitions for words, I like to look at the synonyms to see how many of the synonyms well, it says similar, but yeah, like similar and synonym, yes, kind of synonymous. Anyway, I like to look at the synonyms to see how many of those words I know. And there's one here, maze like. Oh, I don't know. When I saw the word, like at first glance, I was like, what the hell is that word? But then I read it aloud and it's very self explanatory. Maze like, like a maze, like having or consisting of a complex network. Labyrinthine. Under the house is a maze-like set of tunnels. That's actually crazy. Can you imagine having tunnels under your house? Mobsters be like, anyway, um, that's just a little hee hee ha ha. No, but like actually, that's kind of cool, but also a little scary because what if you're trying to dig the tunnels under your house and you um dig a little too deep and you hit something? It's like when you're mining in Minecraft and you hear the lava. I didn't always play Minecraft with the sound on, but when I did, and I heard the lava nearby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. We gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Gotta keep that bucket of water with you, baby. If you know, you know. But in real life, like digging in a tunnel, what if you go a little too far up or a little too far down and you hit something that you shouldn't have, and ooh, all hell breaks loose? That's a little scary. Shout out to the people that do that scary work, because I don't know. I just it's a little too scary for me, I'm afraid, but hey, who that's it's not for me and that's okay. It's not for me and that's okay. Byzantine, 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 relating to Byzantium, now Istanbul, the Byzantine Empire, or the Eastern Orthodox Church. That's similar to intricate. The Byzantine Empire was intricate, huh? I faintly remember learning about the Byzantine Empire. Was it in high school or after? I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure. Late 16th century. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's not that I don't understand it. That's just what came up to my. I mean, that's just what came to mind anyway. Fiddly, that's a word. Fiddly, informal. Complicated or detailed and awkward to do or use. Replacing the battery is fiddly. I like that word, fiddly. Replacing the battery is fiddly. Complicated or detailed and awkward to do or use. So what's a sentence that I would use the word fiddly for, or use the word fiddly in like every day? I don't know. I go on a fiddly walk with my dog. Not really though. That's not really. It's not true. That's not a true statement. I feel like the route that I take my dog on is quite simple actually. But it could be. I could go on a fiddly walk with my dog. Or like, I don't know, the necklaces were in a fiddly knot. I don't know if I use that right, but I do like the word. I think it's because the double D's, not gonna lie. There are just some words that I look at and I'm like, ah, yes. They're just like satisfying to look at. I don't know. I don't know. I do also like jeez, what's the word I'm looking for? I lost my train of thought. Well, not that I lost my train of thought. I know what I'm trying to say. I just can't think of the word. Please excuse me while I try to think. Alliteration. There we go. I like alliteration. Alliteration, alliteration, alliteration. It's my favorite. Alliteration, the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. The alliteration of sweet birds sang. I didn't like that example. Whatever. But anyway, I do like alliteration, as you can tell by the title of my podcast, Kaylin's Korner, because I spelled corner with a K. And I know like Kaylin's Korner could have been spelled with a C because it still sounds like they still make the same sound, um but why not make it the same letter as my name, because my name is spelled with a K, so we'll just change the corner to a K. Plus, I don't know. Okay, this is a little random, kind of just came to mind, but I'm gonna spit it out anyway. The word corner feels a little more satisfying to look at when it's spelled with a K. Maybe it's just my bias because my name starts with a K, so I automatically just kind of like the letter K anyway. But like if you think about it, the letter K can kind of look like a corner. And a corner has like a pretty specific look to it, It's like 2 points meeting and it's quite angled. The letter C has no angles. It's literally a curve. It's like an open circle, not even a semicircle, maybe like I don't want to say like a 3/4 circle, 2/3 of a circle. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into the math. How much of a C is a circle? Anyway, but yeah, I do feel like if I could change the spelling of the word corner and make it with a K, it might look a little silly at first, but it it feels right because the K has like the angles in it, like in the letter itself. But something that I also just thought about now, kind of random, we have two letters that make the same sound. Why? C and K. I mean, I know C can also change its sound to sound like an S in certain instances. Like in the word instance, actually. But why? I don't know. English is a language. English is a language, and that's all I gotta say on that, I think. That's all I gotta say on that. But yeah, I've always been a fan of alliteration. Just I don't know, it's a I was gonna say alliterary sentences, but that doesn't sound right. Sentences with alliteration in them are very pleasing to say. Like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Is that this Peter Piper picked? Peter Piper. Oh, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers is a tongue twister and nursery rhyme with 4 lines and an A B rhyming pattern. Okay, AI overview. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Oh, where's the peck? Where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? How much faster can I say that what is it called? Tongue twister? I don't know. Should I give it a try? Fuck it. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled pepper. That. Yeah, you see? I don't know. Anyway, I can do it for sure. Hold on, wait. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of Peter? Damn it! I almost had it. Okay. Peter Piper. Peter Piper. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of God damn it! So close. It's always on the last line. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Bada bing, bada boom. It only took me like 5 tries, but bada bing, bada boom. She sells seashells down by the seashore. Oh, now I want to read a bunch of tongue twisters. Give me more, baby. Give me more. That's what she said. Hilarious tongue twisters. Okay, can you just give me... She sells seashells down. Oh, it says she sells seashells by the seashore. I thought it was down by the seashore. Maybe, but by the seashore, I guess, is a little better because there's less space between the shells and seashore. Whatever. What else is there? Ice cream, you scream, me, I'll scream for ice cream. A proper copper pop a proper a proper copper coffee pot. Why was that so hard for me to say? It was literally only 5 words. Ooh, excuse me. Ugh. 6 sticky skeletons. That's not. Betty Botter bought a bit of butter, but the bit of butter was too bitter. Ew. So Betty bought a better bit of butter to make the bitter butter better. Okay. I kind of like that one. I kind of like that one. Betty Botter bought a bit of butter, but the bit of butter was too bitter. So Betty bought a better bit of butter to make the third. Where did I get the word third from? Betty Botter bought a but. The more I go to read it, the sooner I mess up. Betty Botter bought a bit of butter, but the bit of butter was too bitter. So Betty bought a better bit of butter to make the bitter butter better. Okay. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Yeah. A woodchuck could. Huh? Fuck. I didn't realize there was more. There was a freaking ad in between. Okay, hold on. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Okay. Which witch has. Which witch is which? Oh, okay. Damn. Elizabeth has 11 elves in her elm tree. Never heard that one before. Elizabeth has 11 elves in her elm tree. That's not that hard to say. Not to me, anyway. Sounding by sound is a sound method of sounding sounds. Okay. Okay. I saw a saw that could outsaw any other saw I ever saw. A big bug bit the little beetle, but the little beetle bit the big bug back. A sailor went to see what he could see, and all he could see was see, see, see. If a dog chews shoes, whose shoes does he choose? 77 benevolent elephants. That's really random and not very. Hello? Anyway, Willie's really weary. Okay. Wayne went to Wales to watch walruses. They have walruses in Wales? Okay. 9 nice night nurses nursing nicely. Okay. 6 slimy snails snailed silently. Okay. Octopus ocular optics. Okay. How many yaks could a yak pack? Huh? Hold on. How many yaks could a yak pack if a yak pack could pack yaks? That one doesn't make sense to me. Can you can a can as a canner can a can? Huh? Oh. Can you can a can as a canner can a can? Double bubble gum, bubble double. Huh? What does that even mean? Double bubble gum. Bubbles double. Oh, like more gum in your mouth, bigger bubble. I see. Gobbling gargoyles, gobbled gobbling goblins. Okay. Ga. Gobbling gargoyles, gobbled gobbling goblins. That one wasn't tricky to say for me, but the G, like is kind of, excuse me, makes me feel some type of way. Many an anemone sees an enemy. Uh-huh. That reminds me of Nemo when he's trying to say anemone. Anemone. Many an anemone sees an enemy. A shapeless sash sags slowly. A shapeless sash I'm trying to say it faster because I feel like I'm reading them but not saying them fast, so I'm not really like fumbling over them. So I'm like, this isn't even that hard, but like I try to speed it up and I just fumble immediately. A shapeless sash sags slowly. How many of these are there? Oh, 100 plus. I don't think I'm gonna read all of them. I've been having fun reading them, though, I will say. Smelly shoes and smelly shoes and bleh. Smelly shoes and socks shock sisters. I wish to wish the wish you wish to wish. But if you wish the witch wishes, I won't wish the wish you to. Huh? God damn, baby. I wish to wish the wish you wish to wish. But if you wish the witch wishes, I won't wish the wish you wish to witch. Witch. Now, fuck, I fumbled. I wish to wish the wish you wish to wish. But if you wish to. That. I wish to wish the wish you wish to wish. But if you wish the witch wishes, I won't wish the wish you wish to wish. Bam. 60 slippery snails slid slowly seaward. I didn't know that was a word, seaward. I guess that makes sense. Crisp, crust, crackle, and crunch. Ooh, I like that one. Crisp, crust, crackle, and crunch. C's and B's, I think, are like some of my favorite sentences with alliteration. I mean, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. Honestly, I think reading these sentences is making my brain a little bit tired because I actually have to focus and think about what I'm reading and saying. Round the rugged rocks, the ragged rascals ran. Susie sits shining silver shoes. That one. Fred fed Ted bread, and Ted fed Fred bread. I wish you were a fish in my dish. That one is not satisfying to say at all. Imagine an imaginary menagerie. Is that how you pronounce that? Menagerie. What the frick is that? A collection of wild animals kept in captivity for exhibition. A strange or diverse collection of people or things. Some other specimen in the television menagerie. Menagerie. Imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie. That one was kind of satisfying to say aloud. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Interesting. I like New York, unique New York. I like unique. Hold on. I like New York, unique New York. I like unique New York. Truly rural. It's just two words. Stupid super Oh fuck. It's just two words, and I go to read the next one that is also only two words, and I fumble. Stupid superstition. Yo, that's actually kind of funny, kind of ironic. Truly rural. Okay, only two words. That's not so hard. Stupid superstition. I fumbled that the first time I tried to read it. If you're interested in reading the rest of these, I will keep it. Oh, wait, the next one is kind of long. I do kind of want to read it because I like a little challenge. But, like I was saying, I will have this linked so you can take a look if you'd like to read any of these sentences or any of these tongue twisters. I was going to say sentences with alliteration, but they're more like tongue twisters and things, I guess. If one doctor doctors another doctor, then which doctor is doctoring the doctor? Does the doctor who doctors the doctor the way the doctor he is doctoring doctors? Or does he doctor the doctor the way he doctors who doctors doctors? That's a good question. If a doctor is doctoring a doctor, are they going to talk to them like a regular patient, or are they going to talk to them like a doctor who's talking to a doctor? I guess I feel like maybe a little bit of both. First, talk to them like they're a patient, and if they're like, I'm a doctor, just give it to me in your expertise, like phrasing, like in a doctor's talk. That's a good question. If one doctor doctors another doctor, then which doctor is doctoring the doctor? Does the doctor who doctors a doctor the doctor the way that doctor he is doctoring doctors? Or does he doctor the doctor the way the doctor who doctors doctors? Who doctors? I think I added one too many doctors at the end, but that one is a little bit of a doozy. It's quite long, but you're really just saying the word doctor. I was gonna say repronouncing, but you're just repeating. That's the word I was looking for. You're just really repeating the word doctor or doctors. So I think the trick with that one, ugh, I guess I'm getting a little bored, huh? I think the trick with that one is not oversaying the word doctor, because it just feels like it's doctoring, doctor, doctor. Oh, where's that from? A Melanie Martinez song. Shout out to her. I was trying to think of the song. I'm nuts, baby, I'm mad. You ever had? You think I'm crazy? You think I'm... Oh, it's Mad Hatter, I think. Anyway, yeah, I will have this article linked if you are interested in reading any more, but honestly, my tongue is a little tired from reading all these tongue twisters, so I'm gonna end this episode here. I hope you enjoyed listening to me yap. I hope you got something from this. I do feel like I was kind of all over the place, but with good intention. And I had a little bit of fun. I hope you enjoyed listening to me fumble and read these tongue twisters, because I actually did enjoy it. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me in this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Until next time, bye.